Are children's storybooks fair to wolves? Well, you'll find out in this.
Oh, hi. My name's Red Ridinghood. You may remember me from the story when the nasty wolf tried to eat me and ended up gobbling up my grandma. As far as I'm concerned, wolves are dangerous to us people like you and me. Some people, however, will try to convince us that wolves are amazing rare creatures that are more wary of us than we are of them. Some wolves are kept in enclosures in different places around the world. One of these is in the Highland Wildlife Park in Scotland, opened by Princess Anne. The manager of this park said pet hamsters are more dangerous to us, dangerous to wolves. Sounds pretty unlikely to me.
Yo, I'm the wolf. And I'm going to try to convince you that me and my kind are definitely not clumsy and intelligent creatures. Okay, in 3 little pigs ended up in a bowl of soup, outwitted by a pig. But that is just the story. I think myself and my kind are certainly not clumsy and intelligent creatures. Because if we were, how could we communicate as well as we do? We also use teamwork to hunt down bigger creatures and bigger prey and plan coordinated attacks. We have a very good sense of smell and excellent hearing, so watch out very carefully for us. Or you could be the next gingerbread man. Like I said earlier, we can communicate really well. When we howl, the sound can travel up to 6 kilometres. So, we could rally the pack together from over many square kilometres. So, you must be thinking of some other clumsy intelligent creature circling us first. Watch out for us wolves, Granny and Little Red Ridinghood, because this highly intelligent wolf is coming.
I'm totally convinced that wolf brands domesticated animals, like me, a pig. I've heard stories about sheep being mauled by wolves, and I'm more than a little scared. As we are easy prey, we might be the wolves' next victim. The BBC News reporter Christian Fraser reported on sheep attacks made by wolves in France. He interviewed Remy Senior, the chief wolf catcher in the area, who had sent out small groups to patrol the mountains after over 2,000 sheep had been killed in a single year, apparently by wolves. Wildlife experts say that wolves certainly target livestock and domestic animals, but research shows the numbers actually killed by wolves probably overstated. They say that there are probably more than more attacks by wild dogs in mountains than by wolves. Whatever it's from, wolves or wild dogs, pig farmers need to make sure pigs like us are protected.
I was just doing my daily stretch. I'm Granny from Little Red Ridinghood, and it's a joy to be here, rescued from the belly of a wolf by my good friend Woody. Now, as you all know, wolves are big and bad in kids' stories, and I can tell you they are good for nothing. I'm here to answer the question, are we better off without wolves? Well, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, yes we are, but others would disagree. For example, Dr. Tim Coulson, Imperial College London, has investigated the possibility of reintroducing wild wolves to the Scottish Highlands, which I really don't want. He says that this would help the local ecosystems. They need to get rid of some red deer because there are too many and an organised cull would cost too much. So Dr. Tim Coulson thinks they should bring back wolves so that they can reduce the numbers of deer. If they were to reintroduce wolves to this, it would help control the red deer, I suppose, but some farmers would argue that their sheep would be endangered. If they were to bring back wolves, then the red deer would just nibble through the trees, and there would not be a habitat for some specific animals and birds, and they could die, which would be a huge shame, of course. The clever scientists think that we should bring back the wolves to live in their natural habitat, which would help the ecosystems. I suppose I can't really argue with that. But I would just say I don't want the wolves living in my neck of the forest.
Hello, this is Steve Baxter here, reporting from the Arctic, where I'm filming these magnificent wolves, one of my favourite creatures. These creatures are rare, and to see them in the wild is a privilege. The haunting howl of the wolf, with their nose pointing up to the moon, still sends a shiver down my spine. Of course, they're not really howling at the moon, they're howling to communicate with their fellow mates. As you probably might have guessed, people think that wolves point their noses up at the moon, but actually they point them up to the sky, so the sound of their howl travels further, up to 60 kilometres in fact. The storybook image of a wolf is that they can speak in a human voice, but as you all know, they howl to communicate. They howl to warn their pack of danger close by, to rally their pack together for hunt, and sometimes just for fun. As a child's view of a wolf, they think that they're just going to go gobble you up in one mouthful, just like what happened to Grandma in Little Red Ridinghood, but not as many people in the world actually get attacked by them. I've got several dogs. You may know that dogs evolved from wolves, so they are bound to act in the same way. It's true, because my dogs put their heads up when they bark, and wolves do exactly the same, except for when they howl. That's why most dogs do. The dog family is one of my favourite families, so now you know why wolves howl. Now, back to the filming.
Hello, I'm David Attenborough, TV broadcaster and naturalist. Wolves have gained themselves a pretty bad reputation in kids' storybooks. The lone wolf lurks in the forest, greedily gobbling up pigs and grannies in one mouthful. But is this fair? Wolves really greedy and ferocious loners? What about the idea of a lone wolf? A wolf is quite capable of surviving on its own. Many young wolves leave their family group to seek a mate and start a new pack. They may travel up to 800 kilometres in search of unoccupied territory. Older, low-ranking wolves may be driven from a pack by bullying. In Norway and Sweden, where there are very few wolves left, most live alone or in pairs. Lone wolves are also common in parts of the Middle East where roadkill and livestock carcasses provide easily accessible food. In order to survive in the wild, wolves have to hunt, and you can see a hunt taking place right behind me. And to do this successfully, especially when the animals they hunt are bigger and stronger than themselves, they need to work as a pack. They use various tactics. One or two wolves may chase the prey towards the rest of the pack. Sometimes the pack splits into two teams. The first chases the prey for a little while, then the second team takes over. This means that they can keep on chasing the prey until it's worn out. In 1939, Adolph Murray conducted the first scientific study of wolves. He discovered that wolves and prey are usually in balance, and that wolves mainly prey on the sick, old and very young animals. By removing the sick, the wolves help to maintain a healthy prey population. Greedy and ferocious? It doesn't sound like it. And bear in mind too that only 1 in 10 wolf hunts are successful.